God, I can't stop looking at myself. I'm genuinely so impressed.
I don't think you can even tell that I've got foundation on.
Yeah, I actually like it more than I thought I would. Hi, welcome back to Beauty Lab, where we've been testing out the latest skincare, hair care and makeup. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos.
So today we are testing a very exciting, of course, our tagline for this franchise, launch from Huda Beauty, which is her hashtag faux filter skin finish.
So yeah, these are foundation sticks. They look like this. The packaging is really nice. I think you can agree.
So this is the stick version of Huda's really popular, well-known foundation, her Faux Filter liquid foundation. So the liquid foundation is really, really high coverage. So I'm expecting this to be quite full coverage as well. But I'm someone who usually likes like a medium lighter coverage. So what I'm going to do is try to just apply a small amount and see if I can get like kind of a light coverage at first and then maybe build it up to something a bit fuller.
So I've got the shade Custard and I've got the shade, Creme Brulee. So that's the shade Custard and this one is the shade Creme Brulee. Looks like this.
I have the shades Cheesecake and Angel Food.
I think my one was this one, which is Chocolate Mousse. I think mine came in the top of the deep, and there was a few shades that kind of overlapped between medium, deep and deep. So there's like light, tan, medium, deep. And I'd say that from the end of medium to deep, there's probably about 7 different shades for darker skin tones.
Okay, so I've prepped my skin with some moisturiser and I'm just gonna add a bit of Huda's primer and see if that helps it apply well. Okay, so my skin is moisturised, it's primed, it's ready for foundation. And I'm gonna start off with Cheesecake, which is the slightly darker shade. And then I have a lighter shade that I might just add to kind of the high points of my face to give like a natural highlight. Okay, so I've done a bit of research and online it says, apply the Faux Filter skin finish directly onto the skin and buff out with your favourite sponge or brush. The more product you use, the higher the coverage. For extra coverage, apply an extra layer to the areas that need it and blend. So I've got one of the Huda Beauty foundation brushes here. So I'm just going to give it a go with that and hope that that's, you know, going to work for the foundation of the same brand. Let's blend this out. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of the lighter one just to kind of brighten things up a bit. First impressions, it's really easy to blend. I'm not having any issues with it drying down too quickly.
So I'm going to go in with the shade Creme Brulee. It's always hard with stick foundations to know how much to use. Feel like you can always add more, but you can't take away. And I'm going to blend it out just with a makeup sponge. Do you know what? Straight off the bat, I'm impressed because I thought this would be really dry, but it's not at all, and it's actually leaving quite a nice glow, like a sheen to my face. Can you see that? Okay, we keep blending.
I think I'm going to go for a light medium look. So yeah, I'm just going to swipe it on and see how it goes. I'm using her new brush. I'm going to use the Build and Buff side. Oh, it's buffed out really nicely. It really is a really lightweight finish. I don't think you can even tell that I've got foundation on. Do you know what? I will say it feels really nice. It genuinely doesn't feel like I've got anything on my face, and it just feels really like satiny and soft.
Now, I obviously didn't use very much, so I'm going to go over a couple of the red bits and try to build up a bit more coverage there. So my first impressions of this foundation are really good. I've applied it to this side and I've left this side bare, so you can definitely see there's like a lot more redness on this side than this side. The coverage is really good. It hasn't clung to any of the dry patches on my skin, and my skin is quite dry at the moment. I've been using like a bunch of retinol, but this has gone on really easily and just blended out really well. It doesn't look cakey, but it's given me a good coverage. So yeah, I actually like it more than I thought I would. I'm gonna do this side now and see how the overall finish looks.
I'm going to go in for another layer because it's actually like a lot more natural than I thought. It's definitely clinging to my dry patches on my forehead, but I'd expect that. That is actually really nice. Do you know what? I love that.
I'm going to build up a bit more. Let's try it this way and see what happens. Yeah, so you definitely get a bit more coverage doing it that way. But overall, I really like the look of my face at the moment. I do feel like it's just kind of given me an all over, more uniform look in my skin tone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the rest of my face and then come back with final thoughts. Okay, I'm back. I've done the rest of my makeup and I'm really impressed with this foundation. I'm really impressed with the finish of this. I would definitely say this is somewhere in between like a full foundation, like a full-on normal foundation, and a tinted moisturiser, but I love it, and yeah, I'll definitely continue to use it.
Okay, so I finished applying the foundation and I do really like the finish. Like, it's definitely hidden most of my redness, and it also hasn't kind of clung to the dryness of my skin, which is so good because so many foundations do. But this is applied so easily. It blended out really quickly, and I think the coverage is great. Like, I've probably got it at about a medium coverage at the moment, but I feel like you could definitely add more and make it a full coverage. But overall, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look too heavy, but it's just evened out my skin, which is really nice. Yeah, I'm quite impressed.
I am going to be really honest. I thought I was going to hate this. I thought having dry skin, it would just skip and be all patchy. But it's left me with a nice natural sheen, but it doesn't feel... I don't feel like I would need to powder this at all. I am really surprised how much I like that. I feel like I wouldn't need a concealer. I don't need a powder. I also feel like this would be really good under a mask. It's not going to go anywhere, and I think it looks really natural. Like, I don't think you'd look at me and know I was wearing foundation. I'm genuinely so impressed. I really like this. God, I can't stop looking at myself. Thank you so much for watching Beauty Lab at Home. Leave a comment down below telling us what you want us to review next, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!